Hi guys, it's Sammy Garcia. I'm back for another video, and in today's video I thought we would do a little bit of a Q&A session since I'm still pretty new here on YouTube. I asked my Instagram followers to leave me some questions or topics that they would want me to talk about, so shout out to whoever left me a question or topic on my Instagram. I'll definitely be doing more of those in the future, so make sure you're following me on Instagram if you want to be a part of these videos. I really appreciate everyone who has just been active with my channel. It really means a lot to me, so thank you guys so much. Okay, let's get into these questions. I have an iPad today. I'm really professional. And it's gonna help me remember what I need to answer. Okay, so let's just go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so one of the first questions that I had is, or topics I guess, is tell us about your best friend. And my best friend actually left this comment, Jasmine. She's a Leo, so it's very in character for her to ask this question. I am very thankful to have a lot of really close friendships and a lot of really long-lasting friendships, but Jasmine is probably my longest friendship, I think, besides my sister, because we were born together. But yeah, Jasmine and I met in middle school, and literally like 6th grade. I think we're like 12 years old, so our friendship is getting up there now. Like, we're 25 now. We went to the school and we were in this like special class. I don't know, it was like gifted and talented GT class. I don't know if other places have it, but in my hometown we had GT, where it was like the gifted and talented students were all together, and we do different types of projects that we normally wouldn't do. And I'm gonna insert the picture of me and Jasmine's first picture here because it's hilarious. We were dissecting frogs, I think. I don't remember why we were doing that, but it was just something that we had to do in that class. And we were kind of just like acquaintances, like whatever. And yeah, we were not super close at the time, like when we first met, but then over like the next couple years, we just like were pretty much inseparable. And I've been really blessed to, like, all of my friend groups kind of like merge into one another. So like Jasmine like was kind of like my best friend, and then we'd have like other friend groups, and I'd have other best friends, and we all got along, we all hung out. And that's when we went into junior high. We were like this, and then we went on the volleyball team together. We played volleyball. That was like a whole chapter of our friendship. We played up until senior year of high school, and yeah, that's like my sister at this point. Like, Jasmine, I love you. Honestly, like, we talk every single day, literally about like anything and everything. We play Minecraft together, we play Mario together. We have a lot of similar interests and just like lived experiences, so it's always nice to just have like that one person that you know is always going to be there. And Jasmine, that's you. That's you. But yeah, again, shout out to all of my other best friends. I've been very lucky and blessed in this lifetime to have really solid friendships, male and female, that bring a lot of stability to my life. So yeah, feeling very grateful for all of my best friends, all of my friends, all of everyone, you know? On to the next question. The next question is, what is your favorite matcha? Okay, so I cannot drink coffee. I always knew it like didn't like affect me well. Like I would always feel like super jittery. I know I'm sensitive to caffeine in general, but like coffee would just make me feel like actual like garbage. And so whenever people were like, "Oh, like matcha, like try this green tea," I already knew liked green tea, and I've never been like a caffeine drinker. I've never felt like I needed it. I have anxiety. Like that's gonna make my heart boom out of my chest. So any type of like caffeine, anything like that, like it's usually a no go for me. Even in college, like I really wasn't drinking Red Bull. I wasn't going to Starbucks. I really wasn't having any of that. But then this year, I got some food sensitivity tests, and coffee was like the number one food that I was sensitive to. It was like way outside of the margin that my stomach was like affected by. I don't even know what the test was, but it was number one. Blew everything else out of the water. And I was like, okay, this is making sense. I knew I never liked coffee. I knew it always made me feel weird, always hurt my stomach, made me feel bad. But anyways, I leaned more towards like tea and like other sources of caffeine, like if I needed it. I love green tea, I love black tea, I love a chai, any of them. But then whenever matcha powder, I think I had it like probably like 5 years ago, and it was not like the good matcha that we have today because I feel like it's kind of all over the place now. And back then, like you had to be at like a traditional Japanese like tea house or like somewhere that had access to like literally matcha from other places. That's where they would have it like good matcha. And I remember trying it from some, I don't even remember where, guys, like I'm not even gonna hold you, but I was just like, okay, so this is it. You can do like a little latte situation like you did with a coffee. It's not gonna like tweak you out. Like I felt when I drank it, I was like, okay, like I'm feeling like I'm getting stuff done. I'm feeling calm, and it has the L-theanine in it, which helps you not like crash out. Which I was like, I need that. Yes, thank you very much, L-theanine. Anyways, back to the question. My favorite matcha place. Now that I'm here in LA, now that it's kind of like more popular, I'm kind of in heaven. Like this is the perfect time for a matcha lover, except for the people that are doing like 5 scoops into one. You're wasting the matcha and you're gonna tweak out. Like that's not what matcha is for. If you need energy like that, go drink a Celsius, 200 milligrams. Go do that. But matcha is not for that. It's for the low sensitivity girlies. It's for like a calm energy. But my favorite matcha place right now, I probably have like two, and I'm in the Los Angeles area. And I make some pretty good matcha myself. I guess so that would make it three. So number one would probably be I get like the cans of the Uji matcha. I'll put like a little thing here from Stereoscope Cafe or Stereoscope Coffee. There's several of those here around Los Angeles. By the 10, you also get a free drink of your choice when you buy it, which I think is a really great deal because it is pretty expensive, but it's all sourced really well, and just the people at Stereoscope are always so nice. I go there to work sometimes. And yeah, that's a great like at home option in my opinion. Whenever I'm like going out to like have some matcha that's like I'm not gonna be making this at home, I'll do like Series A on Wilshire. That's a really good place. I love their cream. It's like double green matcha or something. It's like a cream top, but it's also like cream matcha like on top, and it's a lot of matcha. Like if you watch them pour it, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be energized. If you're not sensitive to caffeine and stuff, you'll be fine. So that's probably like the most convenient place for me. And then my favorite right now that I've tried, probably Stagger Coffee in K-Town. I was actually there last weekend for the first time and I tried it. And a lot of these places that do the Einsteiner matcha make them like overly sweet, and it's just like am I caffeinated from the matcha, or am I on a sugar rush and I'm gonna crash later? I felt like Stagger had like a really good taste, but it was like not super sweet. I feel like in K-Town and like Japanese matcha places, like the ones that have like low sugar levels but amazing taste, like they just nail it. They just nail it. So maybe one day I'll do a LA matcha tour or something, not in the same day. I'm not doing that all in one day. I see some influencers do like a whole day and they just go to all the spots, and I'm like, girl, are you okay? Like, you're drinking a lot of matcha. That's also spending a lot of money. These places are not cheap. That's like $8 a matcha. So I don't know. That's crazy. But maybe I'll just do like my favorite matchas in LA video in general. Leave a like if you would like me to make that video in the future. Next question or topic. Talk about building your dream life. Okay, so I feel like for this, I am currently building my dream life. A lot of opportunities, I would say, in my whole life have gotten me to this point now living in LA. If you don't know, I am from a smaller town in Arkansas. I think whenever I lived there, I moved when I was 18. There's probably like 70,000 people, which is like not the smallest small town in the world, but like it was Arkansas. Like I was living in Arkansas. I grew up there. I lived there for 18 years, went to school there my whole life. And I always had the dream of moving to LA. My uncles live out here. My dad moved out here, and so I've always had family here. And whenever it was time for college, it was just kind of like, you know what, now is the time. It's now or never. And I remember the first time I came out here when I was by myself with my uncles. I stayed with them like every single summer. Um, I remember being like 12 years old, and I was like, you guys, I want to move out here. And they were just like, oh, okay, just do it. Like, just move out here. Obviously, not then at the time because I was 12 years old and I had no money. But once I was ready for college, it was kind of everything in the universe was like telling me to go. So I moved out here, and ever since then, I've just really been doing and living my literal dream life. And it makes me so happy to say, because I feel very much connected to that 12-year-old me, like at the time. So I'm really still doing like the same things that I like to do then. I obviously indulge in like things that I liked then, like Hello Kitty and some of these other things. But I guess building your dream life, for me, it was pretty easy because I always had the vision and knowing what I wanted to do with my life. I mean, it's still ever changing all the time. And right now it's kind of all over the place, like understanding like working with money and stuff like that. But I still feel like it's 100% like being factual, but also being delusional. And I feel like that's been like my perfect sweet spot where nothing is really like out of reach. Like it might be hard to get there. It might be you don't know how you're going to get there, but nothing is out of reach. And I shout out to my parents because when I was younger, like, and still to this day, even my grandma on the phone, they're always like, you know, you can do like anything you want to do in this life. And I'm like, when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, yes, I know, whatever. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the moon one day, or you know. But now that I'm an adult and that is grounded in my upbringing and my childhood, like I truly believe I can do anything I want. So in my mind, my dream life is just my life. Like, and that's how it's been. It's been moving out here to California. It's been, you know, doing all these things. It's kind of just like you have to believe that that is your reality, because whenever you have a separation of your dream life and your life, your life is always not going to be as good as your dream life. So it's like you have to kind of be delusional to be like, oh, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And the next, give yourself like a timeline to be like, I'm going to do this. And then when it happens, it's like, boom, like dream life, like you're living your dream life. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. I think also too, having people that, like I said, like with my parents, like always supporting me and being there, my friends, like whenever I told them I was moving to LA, it was kind of just like, okay, like do your thing. And having people that are, I know it's really hard, especially like with family and stuff, you don't get to choose that, but surrounding yourself with people that are supporting you and want you to be living in your dream life, because sometimes people don't want that for you. They want to be selfish and they want you to be there with you all the time, or them all the time. And that's just, holding you back from whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's my little rant for now, on building your dream life. You just have to believe you are already living in it, because in reality, you only get one life. So why not make it your dream life? This next question kind of goes into like what I was just talking about. Um, what is the biggest thing I've learned in my 25th year of life? I will be 26 in December, and honestly, 25, I know that's when they say your frontal lobe develops, and literally the day that I turned 25, it was also a full moon, and we were like out in Joshua Tree, like looking at like a meteor shower. It was crazy. I literally felt like I was like beaming up. I was like, I'm 25 years old now. I feel like it's been insane. This year has been the worst year in many different ways. Going just through life, like deaths, losses, life in general, and being a young professional, and being a young woman, being a young Latina woman in the workforce, and just like in this world, in the United States of America, has been crazy. It's been really crazy this year. But through it all, I think the biggest thing that I've learned is, obviously, bottom line, keeping your priorities in order and keeping yourself on track for what you want to do. And I know, like, sometimes, and specifically this country, it's really hard to even like see a future because of the things that is happening in our government and the craziness that we deal with in the news like every single day. But you have to take a step back sometimes and evaluate your goals, because the world is going to keep on moving. And if you get caught up in the news and all this stuff, like being aware is 100% always necessary of what's going on and helping out where you can, but you also have to be a little bit selfish in keeping yourself on track. So I've really had to make an effort to, set some boundaries and just be like, okay, maybe I'm like not going to be on my phone. Maybe I'm not going to partake in like whatever. I think that's really important for your mental health. This year has been very big on my mental health. I've made a lot of strides. I've been in therapy with my therapist for 2 years now, and she's my girl. Like, we are locked in, we are getting stuff done, and these are all things that she has so graciously taught me. So yeah, I think also like with the state of the world and just the way that everything is going, you have to be grateful for like little things every single day. And I know it can be really hard and it can be really cheesy. And actually, my mom has always been telling me this my whole life. So, shout out to my mom. She's like, it's a daily practice where you really have to like think about all the things that you're grateful for. Because if you don't, then they're just going to go by silently, and you're going to be like, well, I don't have blah, 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 blah. But it's like you already have so many amazing things. I don't know you, but like, you have so many things to be grateful for. We have so many things to be grateful for. We are alive today. So I think just making sure, like, I guess, to give yourself those times to be able to do those things has been super helpful for me in my big year of 25. I'm excited for 26. I've made a lot of progress this year. 25, I felt like 24, 25 has been like the most I felt like I have grown personally, and I can like see it and like all these changes. So yeah, 26, I just know it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So our next question is, what advice do you have for someone wanting to move from a small city to a big city? So what I said before, yeah, like I moved Arkansas to LA. That is a very big change, and I've been here since 2018, so it's like 6, 7 years, 8 years. I don't know. Someone do the math. I don't know how long it's been, but yeah, I think it kind of just goes back into what I was saying earlier about like being 50-50 delusional and factual. Um, a lot of it is, if you're going to do it correctly and you want to go like, you're not moving back, like it's not an option. I think for me, that was like one of the biggest helping things was like, I'm not moving back right now. Like this is not an option like to go back anytime soon. That really helped me. I think also doing a lot of research and like preparation before actually making the move on like where you're trying to go. If you can visit, I know not all of us can do that. Try to visit as much as you can, see like the areas that you like, the things that are drawing you in. And then one of the biggest factors of my success being able to be here in California for so long is my family, my community, my people. Like it truly takes a village, and I'm single. I have no kids, but I still need like a lot of support, and I have been super blessed with an amazing family. Like I said, my dad's out here, my uncle's out here. I just have a huge support system with my family in itself. Even my mom and my family in Arkansas, like I still feel them every single day, even though I'm like 2,000 miles away. Um, I think having that like community and that support, and if you're not going to be around family, trying to find that in friendships and even like extracurricular activities. I know out here in LA, there's a lot of like niches that you can go into. And something that I've been really interested in this year is connecting to more Latino women in my community. And I joined this group called Amigas Latina. And I don't think they're around anymore. They're not doing any more events. But, anyways, you can find like what speaks to you and like what makes your soul happy. In a big city, that's the benefit of like finding your people. It's a lot easier and than like in a smaller city, because in a smaller city there's less people, but in a bigger city you're gonna have like this new horizon, and it might seem intimidating. It might seem like, oh my god, like I'm gonna go to this event and everyone's gonna have been there like a billion times, but I promise you there's going to be a new person that you're going to meet, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, this is my first time here too. And then there you go, you have a bonding experience building that community. So I feel like just being true to yourself and like doing what you want to do will lead you to the right people that you're supposed to be around with. So I think, yeah, long-winded answer, but I could talk on this forever, and maybe I might. This is giving me so much inspiration. Maybe I should do like tips on moving to like having like its own video itself. Maybe I'll do that one day. But yeah, if you're moving to a big city from a small city, I wish you the best of luck, and you can do this. And you need to tell yourself that you can do this. It might be scary, but trust me, you can do it. Okay, I like this next question because I am a Sagittarius. I like to do stuff. I like an adventure. I love something new. and someone asked me, what's something that you've wanted to do that you've never done before? So I have a list. I have so many things that I'm already thinking of. So I had to break it down like short term, long term. Short term, I would love to do like a cooking class or like a pottery class. Something where I'm like learning a new skill, a new trade. I did pottery classes when I was younger through like the city or something in Arkansas, and that was so fun. I really enjoyed it, and my mom still has like the pieces of art that I made to this day, which is so sweet. But I feel like now that I'm adult, there's like so many fun things like that I could do, even like a cooking class or whatever. I just need to make the time and I need to spend the money, which is whole separate thing, but truly would love to do something like that. Maybe even by myself, maybe with some friends. I don't know. Just in general, it'd make me really happy for my inner child. And then in the long term of things, I would love to do a solo trip. I travel by myself frequently in the United States, but I've never done an international trip by myself. I've done it either with my sister or my friends or my dad. Um, and I've done quite a lot of international trips, but I feel like doing a solo trip, it's so different. So I'd really like to go to like Japan or maybe somewhere in like Central America. I don't know. I need to do my research. I really wanted to do Tokyo for a study abroad program, but then COVID happened. Shout out COVID. Just kidding. But yeah, that kind of stunted my plans on that. So I have not revisited, but would love to do that. Even if it's with my friends, Japan is up there like as my number one. But a solo trip to Japan, that would also be pretty cool. So we'll see. Stay tuned. And I'm already at 30 minutes. This is crazy. I've been yapping. My final question is, what inspired your YouTube channel? There's a lot of things that have inspired me to make a YouTube channel. Number one is I watch a lot of YouTube. I spend a lot of time on YouTube professionally and personally. Like whenever I come home, I will just come on and like throw on like one of my favorite shows or creators, and it would just like make me feel good, especially whenever it's like a vlog or something like chill and cozy. I also love to look at YouTube as like a search engine. So like whenever I'm like looking up new places to go, new things to try, like 100% will look it up on YouTube. So I spend a lot of time on YouTube already. So I kind of like could see little bits and pieces of like what creators were doing, but kind of like spinning it in my way. And I realized that I already had a lot of the resources that I needed to go ahead and make a channel, which is not saying that you need these things at all, but it just made it easier. Like, obviously, I have an iPhone and I have these mics and I have like my computer to edit on and doing all of this stuff. So whenever I was thinking about it, I was like, why haven't I just done it? And a lot of it was being scared because I've never done YouTube before or like personally made a video. I've never edited a video, so it was kind of scary. And I guess that's also a reason why I did it, because I am a creative at heart. I love creating things. I love watching people's creations, and I love just like anything creative. Like if someone was just like, this is how this made me feel, I made it, I'd be like, that's amazing, like you're so cool. And I feel like for the longest time I was doing graphic design, and part of my professional job I do some creative stuff too, but it wasn't really like satisfying yet to me, because I feel like there's just something whenever you do something and it's like your face is on it. I feel like I obviously have control about everything that I post on here. I edit it, I make the thumbnail, I'm making the title, whatever, like I'm doing all of that stuff. And yeah, I feel like it was going to be a very satisfying hobby for me to try out. And it's like, okay, if it goes somewhere, amazing. If it doesn't, okay. Like, there's so many other people on YouTube, so well, no one will ever be like, haha, like whatever. Like, and if they do, they're a loser, cuz bye. Anyways, I guess like the other reason why I started a YouTube channel is I probably have not been doing it well in this video, but I'm trying to become a more direct speaker. I feel like I use a lot of filler words, and I've been seeing people talk about this on Instagram and stuff, of just like being more conscious. I already said like, just being more conscious of the things that you're saying and being more direct when you're talking. I feel like that's something that personally I could work on as a young professional, and just in general. Like, I don't want people being like, there's so many filler words, like I'm saying like so many times. People just getting confused of what I'm saying. I want to be very clear-minded, and I feel like it's a very good way to challenge my brain. So yeah, that is another reason why I started my YouTube channel. And that is all of the questions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, if you have any questions about what I said today, please leave a comment down below, leave a like, and make sure to subscribe because I'm on my grind. I've been having a lot of fun editing these, filming these, and just coming up with ideas to post about. So yeah, I really appreciate you being here today and taking the time to listen to me yap. And yeah, I'll see you soon for the next one. Bye.